Alright everybody, time for a game I am very excited about. How you doing everyone? What's up? It's me, Crazy Cube Dude here, and now that I finally have a Switch again, as you saw in the unboxing video hopefully, it's without further ado, it's time to get this show on the road. I love this game. I bought it recently, as you again may know from my unboxing. I played the heck out of it. I'm gonna show you in the side stories. I platinumed everything so far. There are new additional side stories to this game. I'll cover that in a second, but I platinumed it. I'm working on the mission mode and bingo battle right now. And yeah, I'm just having so much fun with this game, and I just want to record it for you guys to get it out on YouTube. But yeah, this is Pikmin 3 Deluxe. This is on the Switch, the new Switch version. The original version was on the Wii U, came out in 2013. Yeah, this is 2021, and the only new Pikmin title we had was on the DS, which wasn't bad by any means. But come on, where's Pikmin 4? Dang it, Nintendo. Give us Metroid Prime 4 and Pikmin 4. That's all I'm asking for. See what I did there? That wasn't even on purpose. Anyway, the side stories are brand new to Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I'll be covering those separately after I complete the main story, and I'll absolutely be covering mission mode and bingo battle separately as well, simply because I can't get enough of this game or this series. I love this game and this series. I've been playing since the first one, the second one, and this one, and yeah, it's just so much fun. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. The first new to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, new to Pikmin period in the Deluxe version, 2-player co-op for the campaign. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We've messed around with this for a few days, me and Squad, and we haven't gone too far into the campaign yet, unfortunately, but we will soon, just circumstances. But for now, this is just going to be my single-player solo campaign run of the game. Oh, I didn't go into the controls. There are options, basic info, control guide, and other settings. This is where you'll find all the settings that you want. And new to this, the gyro. For the first time ever, I believe, unless you're using different controllers, you can switch between if you want to use the stick like the original GameCube did, or if you want to use what Pikmin 1 and 2 called the new play control versions on the Wii, which allowed for pointer controls, which helped a lot. And that's what I'm going to be using because that's just what I prefer. I love how the gyro has kind of replaced the pointer controls from the Wii in a lot of games that have been ported over, such as Galaxy and whatnot. It's handled very, very, very well. It's about as well as you could hope for it to work. Technology isn't flawless, but I'm gonna keep this as normal, and I'm gonna keep the hint display on simply because it'll probably point something out that I forget to mention for one reason or another. For my first playthrough of this game, I actually had it on travel direction for the radar orientation when you pull up the map, but I'm gonna have it to fixed north because it would always mess with me. What that means is when you turn, the map will turn, and when you go to recheck the map, it'll have a different orientation, and it just messed with me a little bit. So I'm gonna have it on fixed north and see if that helps me out. But without further ado, sorry for the super long introduction. That was my main file. This is the well, what happened was when the demo came out for this, if you played through the demo, you unlocked the ultra hard difficulty, what's called the ultra spicy mode, as well as it allowed you, once you started up the game, when you bought it, to continue on from day 4, which is kind of all the intro stuff. The first 3 days are very much intro based, concluding up with the day 3 boss, assuming you're tackling things, and assuming you're not completely like brand new and you kind of have a little pip in your step. So with that being said, we're going to start a new file. I copied this just so that I could start from there, and I don't have to restart through the tutorial stuff and everything. But yeah, so we're going to start from here with a brand new file. And this is where the difficulty comes in. Normal difficulty is actually easier in this version than it was in the original version. what's known as normal difficulty in the original is what's known as hard in this version. And the ultra spicy mode is just, you know, I have yet to do this. I actually haven't even done this on hard mode yet. I actually stuck to normal because I didn't know about that difficulty change. But for this purpose, I'm gonna challenge myself a little bit, I think. I'm gonna go with hard mode. Give myself the normal Pikmin one from the Wii U version. Let's see how I do. And for the first time ever, we have narration in a Pikmin game.
Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning,
I was gonna make a Chinese joke, but then they said lack of planning. I'm like, not exactly true. They just have a massive population.
Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space.
There's no reason to highlight the fact that they're called Sparrows. This literally never comes up ever again.
Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a
Oh, thankfully, the final vessel, of course it was. Oh, the planet's positive? It's pregnant?
They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PN.
Oh, I'm so cheesy.
Kopai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers.
I don't know what to make of the guy that's trying to have a Waluigi stash. And who are needlessly circling around planets.
At last, the explorer's 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end.
What does that actually mean in terms of time?
Initiate the landing sequence.
Like, that could just mean like a quick 5-minute trip.
Horribly wrong.
And of course something goes horribly wrong because nothing can ever be a simple landing on this planet. A first time landing anyway. For some reason, every subsequent, you know, hovering above the atmosphere and coming down works fine. But in perhaps one of the best intros to Pikmin outside of the original, because nothing beats humming Rocketman while that cutscene plays. I dare you. Like, next time you go play Pikmin 1, watch that cutscene with the Rocketman song. Like, it's amazing. Ugh, what happened? Oh, great. We get to play as the green Waluigi with the afro. I don't get his look right here. Charlie, like, what's wrong with you? Where am I? The last thing I remember was, oh, of course. This must be PNF 404. Well, at least he's not an idiot. Charlie to ship. Charlie to ship. Do you copy? This is your captain. I repeat. Do you copy? Hello? Anyone? There's no response. Where's my ship? Where's my crew? At least he's got his priorities in order. He may be questionable, but he's growing on me. I managed to escape unscathed. I guess that just goes to show, don't judge someone by their looks. But what about the rest of my crew? They could be anywhere on PNF 404. I've got to find Elf and Brittany. I only hope they survived. And he cares about his crew. I can't fault this guy. Ah, the hints. Okay, holy crap. Okay. If you get stuck in story mode, press up to on the hints for strategy hints, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can read that. I can also open up the hints if I need help. I don't really need to. Cool. Okay. It wasn't letting me move the camera, and I was very confused. Okay, it really just wants us to walk. So, yes, this is a Pikmin. Well, we'll get to this, but Pikmin is a real-time strategy game. And these cute little creatures that are posing on top of these plants, like they're expecting us to photo shoot them like it's Pikmin Snap or something. They mean no harm, I promise. And there's the music for whenever we discover something in this game. I seem to have wandered into a strange neighborhood. I'm just gonna leave that one be. There are too many jokes to make there. Why are they coming closer? Ah, here we go. And yep, this is why I like having it on gyro, having it on a pointer, whatever you want to call it. But I can wiggle it around and go wherever I want with it. Whistle, beat a whistle. I'm surrounded. Maybe I should throw them. And I can, like I said, I can just point anywhere I want on the screen, and it does it, you know, with ease. Instead of having to move the control stick to do it like I had to do in the original GameCube. They don't appear hostile, so let me get this straight. I can round up these creatures by pointing at them and pressing B, and throwing them with A, the most in-game explanation I can ever give. Yeah, Pikmin was never subtle about its tutorials. Nintendo never really is, but whatever. Using the whistle, press B to blow the whistle and call the Pikmin over. Hold B to increase the whistle's range. Take aim with the cursor and throw the Pikmin. So I can whistle them all. Yeah, you've got a massive whistle range. Alright, now that we've got a squad of 15, a nice little squad here. The game gave it to us. We could have them destroy those mushrooms, but I want to gather up more troops. Come back here and whistle everybody. I think 20 is all that we can have. Can't move the camera right now, and it's kind of bothering me. But just throw them at all these mushrooms, and they will go down immediately. And the Pikmin AI is somewhat intelligent. They will grab onto nearby things and start attacking them and picking them up or whatever they have to do. Sometimes they're stupid about it. Sometimes they aren't. I don't know. It's a grab. So I'm gonna throw all these guys over here. I can't use my new mechanic yet, but I'll cover that later. Destroy that. We can't go through here yet, but looks like I'm just gonna tease this for anyone who knows. Yeah, I'm just gonna tease that right there. But let's go the way we actually can go now that we have a squad of 30 on our side. And let's just admire the beautiful graphics of this game. I'm sorry I'm not reading through everything they're saying, but just look at that. And this game does have a picture mode. It's so cool. You can take so many cool photos from this game. So many beautiful environments. We've got enemies here. They are dangerous. But unless unless you have bad unfortunate luck, we have something ominous flying over there. Yeah, unless you have bad unfortunate luck, I don't think they'll actually eat anything. I don't think they can eat them, and so you can't lose that fight and therefore miss this cutscene. But there was something ominous flying, and yeah, something happened to Charlie. Exploration Day 1, 8:46 a.m. Alf's crash site. Ooh, a much different area. Luckily, Alf can float, otherwise he'd be dead. Well, maybe, I don't know. Does the spacesuit need to... I don't know. I don't know how their spacesuit works in this game. I apologize if you hear a slight sniffling or if I'm a little stuffy. Like I said, I've been coming down from allergies, and yeah, it's a miracle. I'm alive and somehow unharmed. Alf. Alf's my favorite, just so you know. I don't know if it's because he's blue or what, but I just like him. Just as the SS Drake was about to land, we lost control and had to make an emergency escape. During the chaos, I was separated from my other two team members, as well as the ship itself. As the ship's engineer, it's up to me, Alf, to find both the SS Drake and my crew members. Everyone says they're crew members. Do they all think they're the captain of the ship? I don't know. But here we have another Pikmin. This one seems to be a different color. This one is red instead of yellow. What was that? An appropriate question. Another discovery has been made. It appears that the specimen I just spotted has company. It has friends. It's got a home. It's got homies. And what's that stuck in that branch? So whistle them, and using a ZR, the right trigger, you can actually lock onto things in this game. You could not do that in previous Pikmin games. And it helps so much here. But if we take that down, anyone who's a veteran knows exactly what this is. But for those who don't know, this is not a strawberry, but an onion. I was hoping that it was fruit, but it doesn't appear to be edible at all. You don't say. It emits light from the bottom of it and sprouted legs. I don't think it's edible. I wouldn't want to eat anything that can emit light. Nevertheless, the red fellows seem to be quite pleased now that it's freed. Oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be looking for these two missing. For those two missing, yeah. Look around. Face forward with ZL, the left trigger, and look around with R. Won't work if the Joy-Con is held sideways. Okay, cool. But I don't have to worry about that because I'm using both Joy-Cons. So, you can center the camera behind you. That's basically what it's telling you. And you can recenter the pointer if it's just off in BFE somewhere, or it's just off center or whatever. You can always use right bumper to center it. See what I'm doing? So, yeah, you can it'll always center it, and you will always be fine. But I'm gonna use my 3 guys and pick up these bridge pieces. And this demonstrates that if they are working on a task, they will return back to the spot where you originally put them. And if you happen to be close, they'll just rejoin your party. But we can also lock onto things and charge by pressing X. I would say what other buttons that would be, but this is a Nintendo only franchise. But they will continuously work on any task you put them on. Like I said, I'm explaining all this to anyone who's new to Pikmin. But they will continuously work on a task until it is done, and again, they will return to that location once the task is done. Unless it is carrying something to base. There's tasks like this, and then there's carrying stuff back. If they're carrying stuff to base, they will stay at base once they've carried it back. They will not return. Only if it's a task like this. You can whistle them and stop the task. You can whistle them and grab a Pikmin, stopping it from doing its task. And say it's carrying a bridge piece. The bridge piece will just poof back to its original location. But now that the bridge is complete, we can come across here, and it's not an iPad, but a Copad. Thank goodness I found it. I can use it to locate the SS Drake. The SS Drake, huh? Is that like a rapper name or something? What's funny is that this was originally the gamepad, of course. There was a lot of stuff that was on the gamepad. The map itself was on the gamepad. Great, it still works. Of course, I'd expect nothing less from Copilot Engineering. I'll check my surroundings by scrolling through the Copad screen. So this, oh jeez. Use a left stick to check your surroundings. Excellent. Where's the Drake? There's the Drake. Aha, the SS Drake isn't that far from here. Maybe the other 2 crew members are there as well. I best head in that direction. Alright, now to get into some of the nitty-gritty aspects of Pikmin. Now we can start exploring with the help of the Copad. Use the radar to check the map and camera to take photos. That's the camera mode I was talking about. Using the camera, activate the camera via the copad to snap a photo. So we bring up the map with the minus button, activate the camera, and I can take very awesome pictures. Where are the Pikmin? I wanted to take a picture of the Pikmin. I'll take this picture. There you go. I've actually never taken a picture in this file before. Anyway. Alright, so now so you saw these pellets here, and oh boy. Enemies, okay, don't worry, these are pink female sheer grubs. They are only a nuisance, they cannot attack you. The purple counterparts are male sheer grubs, and they will attack you. They do hurt. But you see this pellet here. You see multiple pellets. This is a red pellet. That means that it should go to the red Pikmin, and if you toss one directly on it, it will kill it. And he's gonna bring that back to the onion, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna have all these other Pikmin do the exact same thing. So cute, the little noises they make. I love the music of this game. Just this series in general definitely has a place in Nintendo's library. So when he brings that back, we're gonna see it sprouts more Pikmin. That thing is popping out some sort of sprouts. And for those of you Pikmin veterans, yes, you're not losing your mind. All of these guys just spawned here very quickly. Yeah, you don't need to wait for them to sprout anymore to pluck them. Red Pikmin. The first Pikmin you're always introduced to. Ah, I see. So this is how the little creatures propagate. How incredibly fascinating. To press A to pluck nearby Pikmin sprouts, press B to cancel. And if you start plucking, you don't have to keep mashing A, they will automatically pluck. And if captains are near sprouts and you're not controlling them, they will automatically pluck them as well. So, now that we've increased our numbers triple-fold, we have more than enough to take care of that, but we have more Pikmin that we can grab because you can take back enemy corpses with whatever Pikmin you want, and they will take it back to the onion and sprout more Pikmin of whatever you throw at it. So, with pellets like this, you don't necessarily have to use a red Pikmin on it. But with the one pellets, it's just more beneficial to give it to that Pikmin color type, because it will sprout more. It'll give you double, I believe. It'll give you 2 instead of 1 for that Pikmin. So it's nice for numbers, but I don't think it helps. It does that after the 1 pellet. Important to note, and depending on the size of the enemy and whatnot, usually, yeah, depending on the size of the enemy, is how many Pikmin it will give you. And just because, another thing to note, just because the bottom number of the bottom number of course is what you need to carry it, and the top number is what is carrying it, and the color is what is dominantly carrying it for the Pikmin. That's who will get it once it's brought back to base. Also, another thing to note is that this game is a real-time strategy. Normally, each day has a set number of minutes, and the clock would be up there where my pointer is. But it's literally the first day. It's tutorial day. They want you to get to know everything, which is perfect for me, so I can explain everything. But yeah, the bottom number is what is needed. The boxes like that will usually have a number on it to let you know how many you need. But the bottom number is what you need. The top number is what you have. And if you're carrying something back, the color that is carrying back will be shown. That's the Pikmin color that's getting it. And as far as items go, or the point to all this is that, well, I'll read this first. What's that? It's a data file. But basically, it means that you can put more Pikmin on it than is what required to carry it. and that will speed up the process of carrying it back to base. It looks like someone left a data file here. Perhaps the copad will be able to read it. I will be going for all of the data files in this game. I'm going to try. The onion is like a nest for the Pikmin. It both gives birth to them and provides them with shelter. Excellent. The copad can read the data file. So these creatures are called Pikmin? This information might come in handy later on. I'll save it in the copad's exploration notes. Question is, who left behind that data file? With this being a sequel, there is a whopping 3 on the title, but don't think that you need the experience of the other Pikmin games to play or enjoy this one. Outside of knowing who certain characters are before you're supposed to know them, and just knowing how the game works in general, you don't need to play. This is a standalone game, and this game, of course, as you've seen, gives a very good job of demonstrating how the game works and whatnot. I don't think Captain Charlie wrote this data file, so who did? I was jumping the gun there. Could there be other intelligent life forms on this planet? Are you calling the Pikmin non-intelligent? They seem to be able to follow your orders. Oh, whatever. According to the radar, the Drake should be through here. Another data file. Wow, those are massive. That's what she said. But they don't look edible. Yeah, they're not edible. We destroy them, I believe. I'm hoping to find something here, but I don't think I'm going to. I think this is just more mushrooms and whatnot to get used to pointing and throwing Pikmin if you want to. Yeah, I was hoping to find something, but we'll find that later. A dirt mound. Sand mound? I don't know. Who built this wall here? More intelligent life? That'd be a good time to press the X to perform a charge attack. Instead of swarming, okay, you don't necessarily have control of your Pikmin swarm like you did in the other games, but you do have a swarm mechanic. You do somewhat have control of them, but just not like they follow more of your footsteps than they do of your directional of like trying to guide the whole crew. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm controlling the camera with my stick right now. I can't control unless there's like a secret method to do it. I can't control I didn't want to do that. I can't control. Oh boy. How do I? Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh no. I did not want the arrows. How do I get rid of the arrows? No. How do I get rid of arrows? Oh no, I didn't want to put the hints on. Oh well, I think this might be the end of the day anyway. Yeah, we get to the Drake and I think we take off anyway, so no big deal. I'm gonna look up how to take off the arrows so that you guys know in the next part, at the beginning of the next part. The copad isn't picking up any signs of life in the immediate area. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, convenient. Incoming transmission. Who could it be? Oh, it's me, Brittany. Do you copy? Female voice. Why does she have a red nose? Thank goodness. You're with the SS Drake, right? I made it through the landing in one piece. The thing is, I'm trapped somewhere. And I'm stuck. Oh boy. Oh no. We got cut off. I wonder how far away Brittany is. But at the very least, I'm thankful that she appears to be safe and sound, except for being hungry. Exactly. What's that strange sound? The sun is setting, which could mean that nocturnal predators are starting to wake up. I should probably get off the planet's surface for now. I legitimately thought that was his stomach. I'm not gonna lie. And now we get the... I'm just gonna be quiet. This is amazing. Most of the supplies we brought with us from Kopai were destroyed in the crash landing. So now we only have 3 days worth of edible provisions left. This music right here is played at the end of all 3 games, at the end of every day. Starting tomorrow, I'll have to find some local food. But it's played at the end of every day of all 3 games, and honestly, kind of like the beginning theme of a Metroid game when you first start. You know, the ba 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 ba. Yeah, that one. This theme just fits so well for an ending day. Like, all right, we just finished the day. Let's wrap up. Let's see how we did. And it's I don't know. It fits so well in a way I just can't describe. Anyway, review the replay to fine-tune your strategy. This is saying you can replay the day if you felt like it was absolutely horrible, and it won't affect your progress going, or it will. This replaying the day, but it will allow you. Yeah, it replays the day. But if you continue on from here, you can't. It won't like make a new timeline. You see what I'm saying? You can't. You have to. If you want to restart now, you have to do it now. Otherwise, it'll. If you start the next day and then you finish that and then you go back to day 1, and you do way better. You have more Pikmin or whatever. It won't carry that over to day 2, etc. You see what I'm saying? But if you want to try and have a better run of the day after you complete that day, you can. So you're more than welcome to play through any other day that you have after you've done it, but it won't affect you going forward. Again, I've said that like 10 different ways. But yeah, we didn't lose any Pikmin. We sprouted 21. We didn't gain any fruit, unfortunately, but I think that'll change in the next day. So, with that being said, let's continue on here, and we'll read the daily report, and then I'll call it a part here. It's been long enough for a first part. We're shipwrecked on this planet. Some creatures called Pikmin helped me find the SS Drake, but our cosmic drive key is nowhere to be found. We won't be going anywhere without that. Luckily, I made contact with Brittany and will set out to find her tomorrow. When I took off in the ship, the Onion took flight as well. Odd, but amazing. Yeah, the Onion joins you. Just without question. So, now that that's all said and done, we're going to start off Exploration Day 2 in the next part. So, thank you all for watching. This has been Crazy Cube Dude with the beginning of Pikmin 3 Deluxe, searching for signals. Garden of Hope. That's where we'll be going to next. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next part. Peace out, everybody.